What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. This time I'm actually going to be talking about the recent report that does actually suggest that the Miami Heat are going to be interested in potentially signing Carmelo Anthony in free agency. Now, there's been a whole lot of news revolving around Carmelo, and a report that actually suggests that he wants to play on, and that there are a bunch of teams, like, just mentioned, that do want to bring him in, but he will not be returning to the Los Angeles Lakers, which is, honestly, I think the best thing for the Lakers. I just think the Lakers need to go get some young-ish guys or dudes that are going into their prime. I mean, they've already got a couple of veterans on there. To me, even though LeBron is still one of the best players in the league, he is still one of those veteran type of dudes that should be a locker room leader. They don't need 14 other of these locker room leaders. So again, I don't necessarily think they need Carmelo Anthony a whole lot. And again, because they already had a bunch of old players, you just need to bring in some defense, bring in some consistent shooting. And Carmelo Anthony, what he is definitely not a defender anymore because of his age and whatnot. I don't know if he ever was a really great defender out there. Again, he is still an incredible shot creator for his age, but he's not something the Lakers need. Shot creating was never their issue last year. It was definitely defense, ball movement, and three-point shooting. But when it comes to a team like the Miami Heat, who are just stacked in all areas, it would be kind of interesting to see how this would eventually look. I do think the only thing really that's missing from the Miami Heat team is definitely maybe a backup center. Like, they've got Dwayne Dedmon there, who is pretty cool, but I still feel like you can definitely upgrade that position. Carmelo Anthony is not a backup center or anything like that. But it's not like there's really no reason that Carmelo shouldn't be on the team. I mean, what's going on with Udonis Haslem will be an interesting question, because we know that Udonis Haslem has really just been on this Miami Heat team probably 5 to 6 years longer than what I think a lot of people expected him to. Again, in the last couple of years, he has only played about, I think, since 2016, he's played maybe 50 games combined. Like, how crazy is that he's played about 50 games combined? It's because he's really just on this team to still be like a coaching figure, it does look like, and just to, randomly chip in sometimes and do this and that. I think that's the obvious thing. But again, you'd think at the age of 41 now, it would just make a lot of sense for them just to make him a coach of some sort. I know, of course, he wouldn't get paid maybe nearly as much, but I'm sure they can definitely strike something in Miami where he maybe gets a bit of coin as an assistant coach. And hey, maybe this frees up a roster spot for another veteran forward who actually might be able to play some minutes for the team to kind of come in Carmelo Anthony. I think he could definitely replace that Udonis Haslem role as a dude that could maybe stay on the team for a couple of years or so, and get some coaching experience like what Haslem did. Again, Haslem was never this good as a leader and a coaching mentor for a lot of the players. He was always, he definitely developed and got better and better over the couple of years. Maybe that's something they look at Carmelo for, a dude that can come in and maybe learn to be a potential coach in the future or something like that. I'm not sure if that's something he would be interested in, but hey, if he wants to keep playing, this could be a alternative option, because as it looks right now, he might have a year of good basketball left in him. But a team like the Miami Heat, who could be looking for that spot, could give him that year of good basketball and then a couple years on top of that of just being on the roster and still playing minutes occasionally and just doing some coaching stuff. That could definitely be an interesting thing that maybe Carmelo looks at. I think he'd be looking to go to a team, though, that can use him as a offensive force, can use him as a backup shot creator. I think he's a smart guy. He definitely has been around basketball long enough to know that he probably wasn't needed on the Lakers in the end. As I said earlier, the last thing they needed was a shot creator. They already had LeBron James, AD, and Malik Monk, etc., who were all well versed at creating their shot. Again, the three things they needed were ball movement, defense, and, you know, of course, 3-point shooting. I wouldn't say Carmelo necessarily excels at that, any of them really. Of course, 3-point shooting, he can definitely be really good at, but he has been a little bit inconsistent at times, and yeah, we know he's not the greatest at ball movement. He has never been necessarily in his career, and defense is not a strong suit at his age as well. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I think, again, he knew he wasn't necessarily needed, but he knows that there is a team out there that would 100% be looking for a shot creator off the bench. You know, again, the Miami Heat, considering I think they will be starting Tyler Hero next season like you'd think. I've heard rumors of them looking to trade, again, Duncan Robinson away and then start Tyler Hero. So Hero would move into that lineup. Then you'd have, you know, again, Butler, Hero as the two shot creators in that lineup. And then I think, again, Oladipo, there's rumors he could still leave. And that means you just lose two shot creators off the bench. You'd think they'd be looking to bring another one in. So realistically, Carmelo, a dude that can, if he joined the Miami Heat, would also get to play his more natural position, small forward, instead of playing like small ball center and power forward like he did on the Lakers last season. Could be a really, really interesting thing that he does do. And again, is there any timeline on Markieff Morris? He's had a bunch of injuries this season again, ever since he got hit by Jokic. I don't think he ever came back. If he never plays basketball again, you'd seriously think that might be an issue that the NBA actually looks into. Because again, really, imagine if like he never plays again and it's just Jokic just put him out of a career. Like, that surely sounds like a thing that might go further than basketball, if you know what I mean. So yeah, again, that's a power forward off the bench. Realistically, this team has still got a bunch of young players and players entering their primes and veterans. I don't think they've got too many veterans. So yeah, I do think Carmelo would be a good fit for Miami. Look, I know he might not fit the defensive system that Eric Spoelstra does play, but hey, they might be in need of a shot creator off the bench, especially if they move Hero to that starting lineup and Oladipo walks out the door. Yeah, you got a dude like Carmelo Anthony who's just sitting right there, looking to go to a veteran team that is competing for a championship. And again, I don't know where they're going to be sitting when this video comes out, but could very well, at the time of making this video, they are 1-0 on Boston. I guess when this video comes out, who knows? So yeah, they're still going, and I do think Carmelo would be a good fit. I really do like it. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Do you guys like Carmelo Anthony potentially going to the Miami Heat? Do you guys not? Of course, I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe again to this channel for the latest NBA content, my gaming channel, my IRL/vlogging channel, and my podcast channel as well if you haven't already. All of them will be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.